Happy February, everyone. I hope you're staying warm. In Maine, where I am, it is going to get as low as negative 40 something with the wind chill, which is very, very cold for here. It's unseasonably cold, even for winter. Northern Maine is getting even colder. It's going to be something like negative 60. So that's really cold. So all right, I'm going to fess up. I'm not live because of the cold. I mean, I'm in my house, and although it's probably struggling to keep up with the cold, I'm really not here. This is an illusion. I am at the movies. I am watching 80 for Brady. Woohoo! Can't wait. All-star cast. My man, Tom Brady, who was just recently retired, so congratulations to him. But I booked the tickets knowing that, you know, it opened on Thursday and I can't go Thursday, but oh, I can go Friday. Not thinking, what was I thinking? I have been doing Friday Night Lives forever. So anyway, I apologize for not being here, but I can guarantee I'm having fun. And I hope you're going to have fun tonight. I am introducing you to an upcoming series in February for my Tune In Tuesday classes. It is all about fun folds. I love fun folds. That's the name of the series. And instead of coming to you only on the 2nd and 4th Tuesdays in February, I'm going to be doing every Tuesday in February. I will present 3 fun folds to you, and I will show you how to make templates for yourselves. You can keep them in a shoebox and take them out as you want them when you want to make a card that's got a little something extra, a fun fold. So for those of you who place an order of $35 or more in the week, so it goes from Sunday to Saturday, then I will send you the 3 templates for that week, plus the supplies to make the 3 cards that I make on camera that go along with those templates. So are you ready to get started? Because I am. And I was inspired by a very well-respected demonstrator, Jackie Ballheis, to do fun folds. And I loved her concept of making a shoebox template. So we are going to create a template which you can pull out of a shoebox or look through in a shoebox and say, oh, I want to create that card right there. This is what I'm looking for. Let me go grab it. I'm going to see the measurements and see how to do it very quickly. So let's get started. For this first one, now I'm going to send those of you who place an order of $35 or more the templates that you will see each Tuesday. And for this first Tuesday, I'm going to throw in this one as well. But I will create the templates with all the markings on them. But this is a practice that you can do moving forward as well when you see other fun folds that you like. One other note, see my fingers, my finger and my thumb, Band-Aids. Well, that's because it is end of the year. Well, it's the beginning of this year, but I had to do end of year statements, mail lots out. That's lots of folding, lots of stuffing, lots of paper cuts for dry hands and older skin. So I'm not doing very well. And it needs to heal before I can get a manicure. So anyways, I thought I'd make some fun little bandages. All right, we have a piece of junk cardstock. This is something that was given to me, and I love using it because when it's a template, it's not going to be seen by anybody else. I don't have to feel like I'm wasting good cardstock. So this is 5.5 by 8.5, so the regular half size sheet. We are going to score it in half at 4 1/4. Remember, this light blade is your scoring blade. And then we're going to score it at 1 1/4. Now I could slide it this way or I could slide it this way. Sometimes how you slide matters when this other score line is not in the center, but it was in the center. So I will just do 1 1/4 off to this edge. All right, we're done with our paper trimmer. I'm going to fold on this center fold line. And then on the other score line, I'm gonna fold that back. I'm really working with my card upside down right now. So this is what I have. My card's gonna open up like this. That is the base of it. And I wanna write down the measurements for this base, but I wanna make sure I'm not covering it up with other parts and pieces first. So let's do those pieces first. You're going to need 2 pieces of designer series paper, or you could use cardstock, but designer series paper is prettier, that measure 1 by 5.5. And those are going to get glued here and here. We're just going to take a little bit of glue, and remember, you just need a little bit. And if you actually search for Jackie's video here, you're gonna see she has her husband working with her, and he was a little heavy-handed in the glue, especially in the early episodes. It's quite funny. I don't think I could ever go on camera with my husband. And stamping anyways. I'd be like, oh, not so much glue. And so these are cut to go right to top and bottom. And notice I'm leaving about the same space here as I've left over there. You could alter this a little bit. You could make this 1 by 5.25 so that there would be the same border in that whole section. You're also going to need to bring in 2 pieces of designer series paper, a different paper that measure 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. So these are slightly shorter. So when I was mentioning that you could cut these down, I meant to this height right here. So this one's going to go on that front panel of the card, and I'm going to look to make sure that these 3 edges or borders are about even. Okay, and it'll make it about even on this side too, but that's much less important. Now notice with the template, now these 2 papers came in the same little pack, but this base cardstock doesn't match anything, so it's kind of looking like a hot mess right now. But that's okay, because it's just a template. And I'm using up some stuff that I'm not otherwise going to use because I don't have the colors that coordinate anymore, or I moved on to bigger and better things. So this other piece is going to go in the inside left panel, which is directly opposite where you put the other one that was just like it. So that's going to go right there. Make sure your border is right there. Same all the way around. And then you're going to bring in one last piece. You're going to bring in, this is the same measurement as those 2 larger designer series paper pieces. It's 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. And this is your white piece, and this is the piece that you're going to write on. So you might be stamping a sentiment inside or doing something, something else. To decorate, or just, handwriting a sentiment. All right. It looks pretty good. So this is what you have, and you open it. Now, this is the basics of that fun fold. See, it's not your average fold, because your average fold is like this, and you just open it. So it's got a little piece here. I'm going to show you an example of one that is done. So I'm using this opportunity to tease my stamp camp that's coming up on February 18th. This is the Rain or Shine Stamp Camp. And the fee is $40 in person. If you would like to get it to go for me to mail it, it's $50 to cover the cost of mailing. You'll get all the supplies that you need to create 7 projects. You'll get a full package of the 12 by 12 Rain or Shine Designer Series paper. And you'll get a full package of the Loose Daisy embellishments. And I'll have a special gift for you. But you have to register by Sunday, February 5th for that, because I need to order those supplies. All right, so I'm going to bring in a piece of Flirty Flamingo. Oh, by the way, I said I was going to write the base stuff on here, right? So maybe I turn it over on the back and I write base. The base is going to be 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 1.25 inch and 4.25 inch on the long side. So what I mean by that is when I put my paper in my scorer trimmer, I put this on the bottom and I'm scoring down across that long side. Okay, so I have all my measurements there. I can go to my shoebox and I can use this to refer to rather than trying to find small print on my computer or a printed handout, which you will also get if you are getting the Class to Go kit. All right, so here's a piece of Flirty Flamingo, and I have cut some pieces already for this so that we didn't have to waste too much time. So I have a couple of pieces of the Rain or Shine Designer Series paper that is that size. I've got my piece of basic white that is 2 3/4 by 5.25. And I've got, oh, I think I only cut one of those. That's not, but I have to cut 2. So I need to make this 2 3/4. This could decorate the inside of the envelope, so I don't throw that away. This paper is too nice to throw away. All right, and that's the right height. All right. So remember what we did here, and you can use your template as an example. We put the 2 skinny pieces here and here. So I'm going to do that first. Really comes together very simply. And I would not normally put these kind of colors together, Flirty Flamingo and Mango Melody, but it works, especially because the colors in the paper tie it all together. And so remember, we want to put this one so that it's about the same border as over here. So that's pretty good. All right, that's good. And then we take these other 2 pieces, and remember where they go. One goes right here, and you can determine, you know, my umbrellas are going all sorts of different which ways. I think I'm gonna put that the right side up. This other side is a really pretty pattern as well. Let's put this here. We want our borders on these 3 sides that are going to show to be as even as possible. And then we've got this one that goes on the back side of that panel. So open it up and it goes right here. And I gotta get that straight. So my glue is gonna let me wiggle this a little bit, which is great. Why I use it, why I prefer it. All right, and then I've got this basic white piece that's going to go in here. Now, this is the piece that I'm probably gonna stamp on, so let's hold off on that for just a minute. I have gone ahead and I've cut a piece, this little doggy out with a circle die. Now, if you have a circle punch, that will work. The stitched shapes would look really great. They are not in stock, but they are coming back in stock the week of the 13th. So that's going to be on that order for me. I've procrastinated that too long. And then I cut a scalloped circle. And these are with layering circles, but my layering circles are slightly different than the ones that are in the catalog. But they all work the same. Same concept. Might be just a bit of a bigger border on the ones in the catalog. So I had a piece of Flirty Flamingo to go underneath, and you can see how this little pup has the Flirty Flamingo umbrella and his rain jacket is the Mango Melody. So when I close this card, this little guy is gonna go right here, the center of attention. And when I attach him, I wanna make sure I'm only attaching him to this middle strip here, because if I put it, say a dimensional here, it'll get stuck down. I won't be able to open it up. Same thing if I put a dimensional right over here, I won't be able to open it up. So just be mindful where you need to put your dimensionals. And I am using dimensionals because they just make it cooler. So as long as I stay to the back of the pup, roughly in the center, I'll be good to go. And something just like that, I think. And then we are going to put this right here. We need to stamp, so I will bring in the coordinating stamp set. Here's the coordinating stamp set, Playing in the Rain. And I think what I will do is, let's go ahead and stamp some of these flowers. We'll stamp these flowers in Memento. I just re-inked this one, so hopefully it isn't too black. Let's see. Let's run them off the page just a little bit. All right, something like that. And of course we need a sentiment. I'm going to choose Oh Happy Day, or I could do Rainy Days Are Better With You. Let's go ahead and do that. It's kind of a mushier saying than I would probably ever pick, but I may give this card away for somebody else to use. Somebody else might be mushy. I'm gonna grab my Flirty Flamingo ink pad and just stamp that right here. See if we can get that somewhat straight. Yep, that looks pretty good. Now all we have to do is color in our flowers. I'm gonna go ahead and use some Daffodil Delight. Let's make some daisies. Then we don't have to worry about the colors matching so much, because the centers are really teeny tiny. All right, and then all we have to do is pick a green, and it looks kind of old olivey, but I don't think I have an old olive. I'm not sure quite why I don't have an old olive, but we're just gonna bring in the Daffodil Delight. It'll be close enough. Colors up pretty quickly. There we go. And now let's go ahead . So I will include a tutorial for those of you who are placing an order for the, remember that's how you get the Class to Go kit, and the Class to Go kit will contain an already made up template for you and the supplies to create a card. So it would be the supplies to create this card or something very similar using this color palette. So you will have all that and the envelope, and then you will have the same for the other two projects from the class. Well, the other three projects, because this, remember, this first Fun Folds class, I'm throwing in the template and the card for this one. So you'll get 4 templates and 4 cards, and you'll get the written tutorial with the measurements as well. So cute card, right? If you want, you can add some embellishments. Let's see. Ooh, these little gems go. These blue ones, they're not water drop shaped, but I'm gonna make these work. These are the new iridescent pastel gems from the mini catalog. And I got a new Take Your Pick tool putty. You can see it kind of came out a little extra when I got it started. So let's go ahead and pick this up, and we'll just put some gems all over here. Not all over here, but you know. So I like to move it to the side, and that you can pick it up there. We'll put that here. And let's take another little one and right here. Nah, let's see if I can move that. Can I move it? Yep, I can move it. Let's put him right. No, I don't want anything in line. Yeah, that's not a problem. That's a problem right here. Let's go right here. Nope, don't like that one either. Oh, we could almost make it like the bottom of an exclamation point. That's fine. All right, it's a slight triangle. Good enough for me. And there we go. There's our finished card. The gems will not be included, simply because I won't have enough of these to go around, but you can just use any old gems you want. The basic rhinestones would look great. Almost anything would look great as long as it's within the color palette. And so there we go. Happy Friday. Don't forget, if you want to register for this Rain or Shine Stamp Camp, you must register, and I will have the link in the bottom of this video description. So you can check that out. You can also go to my Facebook page, Mrs. Rogers Stamperhood, and find the link to register there as well. Thank you once again for joining me. I hope that you are excited about my I Love Fun Folds Tune In Tuesday classes, and I hope you'll join me. It's going to be a great opportunity to build your stamping repertoire and have some ideas to choose from when, let's face it, you go blank, because we all go blank at times. Happy weekend.